somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me, oh, somebody stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Please, somebody stop me. Stop me, stop me. Oh, somebody stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong, then please stop me. Stop me. Stop me. Stop me. And Lord, if I'm doing it wrong.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Houston Texans. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. Here's Corey Grant now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Flex round.
On 2nd down, Dobbs. Safarian Jenkins has it. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Ohio! Come on, let's go!
Now Dobbs. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And a juke this. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans have taken the early lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Jags. The partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season, the playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but if there's that special one there, I say they go get him.
And now he'll tuck it and run. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Dobbs now on 2nd down. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch on that one for Kelce, and it's a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. We'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ohio! Ohio! Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90! Cut!
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. Third down now.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Back to throw Dobbs. And it's complete to Kelce. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Kelce, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
After the run, Watson going to throw. This one caught left side by Cooper. Cooper fast for the feet, and they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
On second down, it's Jones. Room to run inside the 40. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. He's going to get it running right. Fights him off. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Jaguars getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Kelsey, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken very short. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 34. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Richmond, Richmond. Richmond, Richmond. Black 99 Philly. Come back, come back. Black 99 Philly.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On 1st and 10, Dobbs. Open man right side is Shark. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. Dobbs now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Let's go. 190.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Ohio!
On second down, here's Fournette. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Dobbs, complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 2 touchdowns for him already in this first half. This one good for a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Fournette, a first down carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Here's Dobbs to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. To throw is Dobbs. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Now a first down throw. Watson. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, so he's probably going to send the New York office a holiday card. He'll get it to the 40. Sweet little move in there, but couldn't get much yardage out of it. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. After the penalty, it's Jones. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. This one from 48 yards away. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the...
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Dobbs now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Now it's Watson. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10.
Come back, come back. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Richmond. Tiger, Tiger, Tiger.
From the red zone now, Watson. A dump underneath to Jones. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Richmond.
Back to throw, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
And he's going to get this up to the 24-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22. Dobbs now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Come on, let's go. What, 90?
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen.
And this will be caught at the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and failing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Aaron Colvin there to make the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the shotgun, here's Downs. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Texans scoop it. The 40, 30. The 20. And this will be a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Sturgis for the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. The return man is Grant. And a very nice return up to the 35, but was it aided by something illegal? Let's find out. So that will push him back.
And now we know why I have a little extra space to run, don't we? An illegal block in the back, that penalty will move them back.
On first down, Downs to throw. He finds Yeldon. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Downs. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
This is fielded at the 7. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 40. 20. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Texans will add on to their lead. Sturgis adds the PAT, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Here comes Grant on the return. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call.
Flex round! Flex round!
Back to throw Dobbs. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Dobbs. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Wide look down at my place.
And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Chris Jones in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
Dobbs now on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelsey, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
Here's Dobbs to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now.
Grand 38! Grand 38!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
52's the mic, boys. 52.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A good pick up there at 22. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Drops it to Jones in the flat. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Again, it's Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. Watson. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal.
Reset.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's third and short. Now Jones. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be fourth down.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Sturgis converted on the field goal. Now he'll send this one away on the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On second down, Dobbs. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Those short little routes probably going to be open. The defense, they'll let those happen, especially when they can make an inbounds tackle.
Yeah, where's Coach Madden when you need him? He always talked about taking what the defense gives you, but sometimes you have to know when you have to take more. That was one of those situations.
Dobbs looking to throw on first down. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. On first and 10, Dobbs throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lee. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Flex round! Flex round!
Now Dobbs. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. T.J. Yeldon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. Oh, spinning away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And now running right through it. Will Fuller, nobody there to stop him. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Will Fuller, 83 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's going.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch. And
he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Zach Cunningham coming with pressure. He drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Dobbs is throwing. Lee's got it over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And it's complete to Kelsey. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
He's going to let it fly. In for the score. And the Jaguars get a score closer.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now, it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game, they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Richmond.
And Watson's going to throw it here. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Again, it's Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Houston, the win is their 8th on the year. And by just about all accounts, not the type of year they were hoping to have. Meanwhile, for our visitors, this loss will be the capper. Coming in this spring's draft, it's a team for whom a